Well, hello brats, and this is an unscheduled video. Usually we release videos on a Monday, but today you get one on a Thursday because the shop opens tomorrow. So I thought what we'd do is a little bit of a stock update so we can show you what we're going to have available at 9 AM tomorrow GMT. Okay, so I think we'll start with stickers. Stickers are always fun. The first one I've got to show you is this lovely glittery grot bags, and she's hollow glitter. This is going to be our packaging. All of the packaging is biodegradable cellophane, so it can be composted. It'll break down over time because obviously we've got enough plastic, we don't need to be adding any more, and we're calling them our stick it vinyl stickers. So there we go, that's what they're going to look like when they come in their packaging. As you can see, there's grot bags. Okay, so next we've got the first in a pair. So this is based loosely on the character of Regan from The Exorcist, and an ornament I did quite some time ago now that was one of those sort of 1970s retro large-headed ornaments. I don't know what they're called properly, but you know the sort I mean. They've got the big heads, and I really liked it, and I used that as the basis for the design of this one. And she's good. Her longest side, she's 2.75 inches, so they're quite substantial. She's laminated with clear vinyl, so she should hold up to whatever you want to throw at her. She'll be good for laptops, good for bottles, that sort of thing. Okay, so that's Regan. There she is. And next, we've got her best friend, Pazuzu. Again, it's based on a figurine that I did quite some time ago. And I painted it entirely black and put the sort of my stylised Pazuzu style face on it. And again, laminated with clear vinyl, so it's nice and tough, should keep the design nice and protected. Next we move on to one of my favourites. I really like these ones. These are my Mr. Blobby stickers, and again this is again in the the Exorcist sort of area. This is my first in what will be a themed series of Mr. Blobby stickers. As you can see, he's having a time. He's possessed at the moment, which, you know, you could argue that Mr. Blobby always was. But there you can see he's got a nice bit of vomit going on there. He's got some cuts on his face, green spots, green eyes. I really like him. He's one of my favourites. And again, laminated with clear vinyl. Should stand up to whatever you want to chuck at him. The next was a design that actually my daughter came up with, so credit to Phoebe for this one. We've got Mr. Blobfish, which again, I love the idea of this. She loves Blobfish and she loves Mr. Blobby, even though, you know, Mr. Blobby hasn't been a thing in her entire lifetime, but she loves him. So she came up with the idea of Mr. Blobfish. So if you buy a Mr. Blobfish sticker, some of the money goes to Phoebe for, you know, coming up with the design. As you can see, there he is. Oh, my out of focus. There he is. I think he's super cute. And he's one of the smaller designs as well, so it's a good sort of fill sticker. Okay. And another favourite of mine, one of my favourite films from, oh God, it'd be last year now, was Nosferatu, Robert Eggers' Nosferatu. Loved it. So we've got Old Orlok here, wanting you to bounce on it, crazy style. Oh dear, the internet, eh? Yeah, and this is done in a sort of woodcut design, and I thought that'd be good, doing a sort of woodcut design of Orlok, and I think it came out quite well. Well, there he is, just simple black and white. I really like him. I was quite happy with how he came out. Okay, now we've got some sets. We're going to do the Halloween masks first, and I'm going to show them you all together. So we've got the vampire, the wolfman, the witch, and Frankenstein. If you were a child in the 80s and you remember the standard 80s Halloween costume, which was a bin bag and a mask from the Co-op. You might remember some of these because I distinctly remember having that one. I remember having that mask, and I remember having the witch as well. You will have to excuse my nails. I've been working very, very hard and they're all chipped and awful. So you'll just have to excuse that, you know. It's a sign that I've been working very hard for you. So I was inspired to do a range of stickers based on the Halloween mask from when I was a little one. And that was all you got. You got a mask and a bin bag and maybe a cardboard hat. And if you were really fancy, those plastic witchy fingers. And once a month, we will be doing a special themed set of stickers. And because we're opening on May Day, well, May the 1st, which is, it's proper May Day, isn't it? I thought that it would be good to have our first limited edition set be based around The Wicker Man, which is one of my favourite films. I love it. I think it's really, really good. So yeah, these will be available for May only, and then the stickers will be retired. They may come back as prints in the future. I'm not entirely certain about that, but they won't be coming back as stickers again. So again, they'll be available individually or as part of a set. So we've got the sun face from the beginning of the film. We've got Lord Summerisle here in his ceremonial costume from the, what do they call it? The parade at the end of the procession, even at the end of the film. We've got Sergeant Howie when he's found out that he's for it. And then we've got the Wicker Man itself. Oh, my light's shining on that. You can't see that one properly. Let's show you that properly. Yeah, so there you go. You've got the Wicker Man itself. So they'll be available for the month of May as part of our launch. I'm not entirely certain what I'm going to do next month. I've got a couple of ideas for what our limited edition set will be, but at the moment I'm having trouble deciding between the two of them. Now we'll move on to our A5 prints. Our first one is based, I'll zoom out a little bit so you can get a better, there we go. There we are. If you were around in 1992 and you were of a certain age, you might remember a little BBC mockumentary called Ghost Watch. Now, Mr. Pipes is absolute nightmare fuel, especially if you watch it as an adult, because that is one dark story. But I remember my dad would not let me watch it live on the night. He took one look at it and went, absolutely not, you'll never sleep again. But I did manage to watch it a few days later at my friend's house, and it was correct. It did, yeah. It's scary for its time. There was a big thing around it where people missed this little ident at the beginning, and they thought it was real, it was actually happening, because Michael Parkinson was hosting it and there was Sarah Green and they were used to her going live off the telly. And they thought that, you know, Mr. Pipes was really going after kids' TV presenters. But this is based on the iconic Ghost Watch. And you've got Michael Parkinson, Sarah Green, Mike, her husband, all the characters, Mrs. Early, one of the kids' pictures, TV thing, and in the middle there is Pipes himself. Yes, that's enough of him, I think. Okay, so next I'm going to show you these two together because they're both essentially the same. We've got our Grot Bags prints, as we did a special painted figurine of Grot Bags. Thought it'd be nice to have a couple of prints to go along with the sticker. And we've got this one, which has got a green background with like little lightning bolts and a yellow ombre and that. And there we go. And we've got the same basic design, but this time it's on a white background with a bit of a red splotch there. So whatever your taste is. If you want something a bit more busy, we've got that. And if you want something a bit simpler, we've got that. So that's our two prints of Grot Bags. And then lastly, on the print front, we've got our Scream Queen of the Month, Vampira. We'll be doing a different Scream Queen, Scream Queen as a print every month because women are the backbone of horror, and I think it's only right that we honour them properly. So this month we've chosen Vampira. She was not only the first ever horror host, she was the first ever horror hostess. And even though, you know, her series only ran for a year in America, in a I think it was Los Angeles it was only shown in, but she became an icon of campy, ghoulish glamour. And there she is, in all her waspy-waisted glory, with a long... But oh, I wish I could have my nails like that. I'm so disappointed that I'm allergic to builder gel. It's not fair. We have our figurines. The first one I've got to show you is this one. This is the first one I painted for the shop. It is a Pazuzu themed cherub statuette, which I've painted entirely black, and I've done, again, the sort of mask, Pazuzu mask style sort of face. Oh, cheeky. Bottom, so you've got number 1, HowdysDen 2026, Pazuzu. There we are. Our next figurine is Reagan and Pazuzu. As you can see here, there's 2 adorable little... This is what I mean by the sort of 70s. Big heads, nice big heads for painting. And we've got Reagan here. And then we've got our best pal, Pazuzu. And on the tree, oh, there we go, yeah. On the tree there, you've got R and P. Aww. And at their feet, we've got the crucifix and a little Bible, some autumn leaves, a little bit of greenery. And on the back there, and on this, got some done all under a skirt. And as you can see, there we go. HowdysDen 2026, number 2, I'm Possessed with You. And then we're moving on to 2 that you've already seen. You've watched our other videos. We've got grot bags with a little witch's hat and a lovely little bow skirt and a little sort of ruby type slippers and everything. A book. You can see on the bottom, grot bags number 3. We've had to correct a little bit there because apparently I forgot how to draw the number 3 at that point. Like HowdysDen 2026. And lastly, we've got our latest, which is Father Karras. Another one I really, really like and wish I could keep, but no. This is for the shop, it's not for me. As you can see here, we've given him his little bottle of holy water. We've got his gravestone. On his back, he's got his book bag with all his Bibles and Roman rituals and whatnot in it, and his purple cassocks, because apparently that's what you need if you're performing an exorcism. Got some foliage around the back here, a few little autumn leaves dotted around. And there's his face. There he is. I've given him a little sort of wash to bring out some of the detail. Got his Roman collar there that we put on, and his little belt and everything. I really like him. He's turned out really, really well. And we've called this one Take Me, number 4, HowdysDen 2026, because that is what he shouts at the end of The Exorcist when he's saving Reagan. So there we have it. There's our 4th figurine. So how this is going to work with the shop is that we're going to be doing drops every month. So on the 1st of every month, I will drop all that we will have available for that month, and when it's gone, it's gone. Once a month, we'll do a video like this where I show you everything that's going to be available and might give you a little sneak peek of what's coming next. In fact, I think I will give you a little sneak peek of what's coming next. We've got this little guy that I found on eBay. Now, I'm not going to tell you who he's going to be, but that is who we're going to be painting next. It's a Precious Moments figurine, which is, while not rare in the UK, they're not as cheap here as they are to get hold of in America, it would appear. You can pick them up in America for a couple of dollars, you know, there's loads of them, but they never seem to really take off here. So this one was, you know, this was off eBay. I had to get this delivered to my house. I didn't find this out in the wild like I did the rest of my figurines. So he'll be coming to you probably not this Monday, because obviously I've not done it yet. but the Monday after is my job for next week. If you could, you know, give this video a like, a share, a subscribe and what have you, get it out there, get word of mouth going, that would be absolutely brilliant. I'd love you forever. Super, super grateful, that sort of thing. But for now, bye brats.